Celtic have finally made the first signing of the season. It is a goalkeeper. However, it's not the goalkeeper we were all expecting. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. And no, the Kasper Schmeichel deal is going to have to wait a little bit longer. But Celtic have completed their first signing of the season, and it is Finland international goalkeeper Viljami Sinisalo. Now, I probably completely botched that there. If someone wants to correct me, then by all means do so. But I'm going to go with Viljami Sinisalo. We'll call him Sinisalo. We'll call him Sinisalo for the sake of this vid. I have no idea if it's Sinisalo or something else, but we're going to call him Sinisalo for this video and probably for the future. Anyway, it doesn't look like he's going to be playing much, so I don't think I'll need to remember his name or learn the pronunciation. But he has agreed to join Celtic, and it is a 5-year deal. So Celtic did make the announcement on their website. Celtic Football Club is delighted to announce the signing of Finland international goalkeeper Viljami Sinisalo from English Premier League side Aston Villa on a 5-year deal subject to international clearance. Speaking to Celtic TV after signing for the Scottish champions, Sinisalo said, quote, "I know Celtic is a huge football club and it's really exciting to be part of something so big. It feels amazing." End of quote. In terms of Rodgers, what did he have to say? He says, quote, "I am delighted to welcome Phil to Celtic. He is a keeper with real qualities and someone we have been aware of and monitored for some time. Clearly, we have been looking to develop our goalkeeping team, and we are really pleased to have secured one of the talented keepers we really wanted." End of quote. So, yeah, according to Rodgers, it looks like they've been after this guy for quite a long time. Maybe he was on one of the goalkeeping shortlists that Celtic have, and they've got their man. And it took a while, but finally, Celtic have completed a signing. Now, I don't think he's going to be the number one. It looks like the aim is to still bring in Kasper Schmeichel. Does this mean that Sinisalo is going to be back up to Kasper Schmeichel, or could we see Sinisalo possibly even be the third choice keeper behind Scott Bain, assuming that Scott Bain stays at the club? Now, some people might think this guy automatically goes ahead of Scott Bain. People will be saying, look, he's coming from Aston Villa. He has to be ahead of Scott Bain. He's played a few games for the Finland national side. But let's be honest, the Finland national side isn't exactly a top side, okay? He's played a few games there, but I do not believe he's a Finland number one. I think he's a Finland number 2 or 3. And in terms of him joining from Aston Villa, yes, he is was at least an Aston Villa player technically, but he never played for Aston Villa. He was busy with loan deals. I think he played for Exeter, Burton Albion, and I believe also a club in Scotland, maybe even a club in the Scottish Championship. So, yes, the guy's coming for Aston Villa, but he's not an Aston Villa level player. He's a player below that. So let's have a quick look then and see what the guy has done throughout his career. So obviously it moved to Aston Villa 2020-2021 season. Like I said, made zero impact for Aston Villa. I mean, he has made one appearance each year, but I mean, he hasn't played for Aston Villa. He's made like one appearance each season, but if you look at it, they were both in the other. So what is that? Pre-season friendly? You know, it's not really a competitive game, so I wouldn't really look too much into that. He's spent loan deals or loan terms with Ayr United, Burton Albion and Exeter City. 29 games for Ayr United, 8 games for Burton Albion and 50 games for Exeter City. And during those loans, yes, he has spent the majority of the time on loan as the number one at those respective clubs, at Ayr, Burton and Exeter. But they're not high-level clubs. You know, this can't really be filling Celtic with a lot of confidence. You're signing a goalkeeper that was playing for Burton Albion and Ayr United. You know, there's levels here. I think it's fair to assume that this guy might not go above Scott Bain in the pecking order, and I certainly don't think that Celtic or Celtic fans would want their team to go in to the season if this guy is the number one. It's a signing that Celtic have made, but for me, it's definitely a signing for the future. Maybe Sinisalo can be good one day, but he's not going to make any impact on this season. So yeah, it's a signing for Celtic, but technically, what sort of impact will this signing have? What will he provide this season? What impact will he have? How much will he factor? How much will he play a part in whether Celtic win games or lose games? In my opinion, none, because I just do not see him getting game time at Celtic. He might be in the cups or whatever, but I highly doubt this guy is coming in to be the number one at Celtic and play, a lot of league games. So, like I said, I'm not even convinced that he will go above Scott Bain, just due to the level he's been playing at League One and Scottish Championship. I'm not dissing these levels, but Scott Bain has played competitive games for Celtic. He's been the Celtic number two, and I'm just not convinced this guy is going to go ahead of him. So, yeah, it's a signing for Celtic, but as things stand, he's a second choice goalkeeper at best, possibly third. It's hard to get excited over this, but there you go. Viljami Sinisalo is a Celtic player, and I'm sure they will be looking for many more as the summer is truly beginning to kick in. I think this transfer window, we're probably going to see signings getting made now. I do expect that over the past week, especially since the Euros finished. I think there's been a lot more movement happening, so maybe that's what Celtic have been waiting for. We know they've got their tour of America coming up soon, and before we know it, a couple more weeks and the season will be beginning. So yeah, the deals, the moves, the transfers, they kind of need to start happening now. And I think we'll see that. I think over the next couple of weeks, we will see Celtic make signings, but hopefully more interesting signings than this, because yeah, this is just a prospect essentially for the future. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think down below on Viljami Sinisalo. I'm not burying the guy, I'm not being mean, but it doesn't impress me. If I give it a rating out of 10, I'll give it a 3, 4. Who knows? Could be a good goalkeeper, could come good, but right now, he's just a prospect, so it is what it is. Till next time, peace.